Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to have you here. Okay. So, my name is Evan. I am considered smooth brain by my own opinion because I say and do a lot of stupid things. Ask friends that they will vouch for me that I have a smooth brain. Anyway, I want to call it smooth brain talk. I never saw myself talking on the internet like this or podcast or whatever you want to call this thing. I mean, I listen to morning radio talk shows on my way to work, and they seem pretty fun. And if friends want to join, then they'll join. I'll just change names if they want to, their name not being mentioned or anything. But I have some editing know-how. I have an expensive ass mic, and I am open to questions and really like to challenge people's thinking sometimes. Not challenge it like in a philosophical. I'm not good with words. Not in a smarty sense. Yes, let's stick with smart. And not in that sense at all. No. I want to challenge your brain, and I want that little loading circle. Remember those things? The little loading ones? Yeah, I want that to stall out in your brain while you're talking to me, and you're like, what is wrong with this kid? What happened? Down the line, somewhere. What happened to this kid? What made him this fucking stupid? That's another thing. I'm not filtered at all. No, I do not care. Which I think would have made an awesome podcast called I Do Not Care and hurted your feelings. Anyway, so let's move on. Nice to meet you. This is Smooth Brain. So, the topic for today is amphibians. They are cool. They are amazing. They are a topic amongst some of my friends. One of them is frogs. Those little suckers are really cool. They come in so many shades of green. They sometimes don't even come in green. They're either black and gray, like a reddish. They're black and blue, purple, yellow, neon. They like to go to raves and all that stuff. You put little tiny top hats on some of the tree frogs, and they're distinguished gentlemen. Distinguished gents. Yes. And then there's some frogs that are mean, like the African bullfrog and the American bullfrog. But I think the African one is bigger because of its niche and its ecosystem, so it allows it to be bigger because there's so much more space and food available. But yeah, no, it doesn't matter. They're pretty cool. And then all the little war cries from the little toads and little froggies out in the desert. Come on. Everybody loves those little hip, 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 hip. Oh my goodness. I didn't think I'd make that noise for the public to hear. Anyway, frogs are really cool. They're great. Tree frogs are the best ones probably because like they're just so common and they're everywhere. You can have them as pets. And I do know that you're not supposed to touch the frogs and amphibians with bare hands or like clean them, but not with soap because they absorb moisture and water through their skin. So like, please don't do that for them. Like, please protect your hands and the babies that you touch. But aside from frogs, let's move on to newts and salamanders because they are actually, they have my heart. And I'm not just talking about the axolotl. Like, the axolotls are great. I wish they had this much exposure like 10 years ago. Actually, a couple more decades, probably more. Because they are barely surviving, and they're only surviving in captivity. And the river that they come from is filthy. So, like, a little too late on this one, guys. Maybe they should have been popular back then. But at least they're popular and they can probably live on in the community. But my favorite ones would be, for salamander and newt, would be the Japanese fire belly, the giant Japanese salamander. Oh my god, that thing is so great. It's just this big salamander that just sleeps in darkness and then comes out to eat, and then goes back to sleep. And it's just so big and beautiful. It is so amazing. Like, if I follow a couple of Instagram pages that do purely just him, and it's from Japan, and it's from an aquarium over there. I think it's the Osaka Aquarium. And they just post all about him. I'm like, oh my goodness, look at him. He just comes out, he eats, and he goes back to sleep. I do that. I can relate to this guy. Like, these things are huge, by the way. They're not like hellbenders where they're like big as your forearm. No, these things are like big as like a kid, like 3 feet, I believe is the size for them. And then that's just, oh my god, they're just so amazing. I just can't fathom. Imagine the dinosaurs, and like they were that big. They were around then. Like, oh my god, dude, he's just so cool. He's like a living dinosaur in a way. And the last one, I said Firebelly, I said the Japanese giant. The Godzilla one, it's just a really big crested one. And then there's the Alpine Crest one, which is like blue and orange and has nice hues in it. And it's really nice. It's a nice color. I like it. You guys can tell me, like, what's your favorite amphibian? What's your favorite frog? I know there's some people that would be like, oh, well, mine is this, and you technically got that. Did you not hear what I introduced this as? This is smooth brain. Half this brain is smooth. The other half paid attention in bioscience, ecology, and marine science. It's marine, but it was like sea aquatics, some shit like that. I don't remember the class. I was half asleep, but the information that I did retain was cool. It led me down the road to wanting and preserving sharks. So, like, I will probably have an episode that is purely sharks, and I will find like-minded people with it. I won't get into it now because I can probably just dive into it, but I'm going to end it here. I'm getting pretty close, really, really close to the 10-minute mark. This is more of a trial thing, but 2 questions. I had a question or a scenario question pop into my mind at work today, and I asked it to 2 of my managers, really good people. I asked them, any fictional character or non-fictional character was in front of you, what would you ask them? And then why would you ask them that? They thought about it. They actually had to think about this one because it's a really good thing. It's a really good scenario. I'm like, cool. This is something that provokes. Me, while I was folding clothes, said, I want to talk to the witch, the enchantress that put that spell on the beast from Beauty and the Beast. Like, he wears pants. Alright? You get where I'm going now. He wears pants. What's he covering? Is he like 6 inches as a beast with a human? Or is he like a beast with a beast? You know what I mean? It was just something that popped in my mind. Like, if I was that enchantress and that little shit was being rude to me, I'd give him a 6-inch tiny pecker in a beast form so that way I can still laugh at him and call him Little Dick. But if I turned him into a beast and gave him a beast of a thing, I would be just like, no, that's stupid. Just wait. And if you were Belle, just wait. Like, literally just wait and don't break the spell and just like leave him as a beast so you can get like a beast night of fun I don't know. I don't, it's just something that popped in my head. I don't know why it popped in my head or for how long it popped in my head, but it was there. I told them both. One of them encouraged it a little bit, but it was in a sarcastic way. And I'm like, yeah, this is sarcasm. You're picking on it. You're just being supportive. You don't need to do that. Trust me. Don't encourage this. The other one walked away. Yeah, she was like, I'm not playing your games today. I'm done with you. And then I chased her a little bit just to laugh, and my glasses just fogged up with the mask on me, and I was just laughing. It was funny. And they're like, why do you think sometimes? Just why? Like, you can see it in their eyes. Like, why do you think it's okay to open your mouth? I don't know. That was mine. The other one, she despises Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm sorry for y'all to hear that, but despises it. I can agree. Corpse's Bride is a better movie, and that's my opinion. But I'll fight you on that. Anyway, she's like, I want to gather all the super fans of Nightmare Before Christmas and ask, why? Just why did you pull this all together? And why did you take the aesthetic? Like, what encouraged you to do all this stuff? But yeah, those are the 2 questions that popped into our heads that was at random today. Well, not hers. Hers was calculated, but mine was random. And it looks like I'm coming on that 10-minute mark. So as a trial thing, I would like to carry on more. Have those 2 managers on just so you can see the initial reactions that we all have against me and just all this stupid shit I'll say, along with like, you're saying some really dumb things, but then you added science and evidence, so we don't know if we should take you serious or not. And then I'd also have other friends, and we'd probably just talk regular, and instead of it being like 9-10 minutes long, it'll be 20 minutes, 25, I don't know. uh, like personally, I'm going through stuff, so I really need this. So it sounds fun and a good idea. Well, this is Smooth Brain with me, Evan. And I love you guys. Have a great night.